What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TooSmooveEli back with another reaction. Today we got Do All Killers Think the Same. This is a crazy ass fucking title. Let me throw that out the way. And this is a crazy ass video. This is crazy. Do all killers think the same? Is absolutely crazy. But what's even crazier is when I was going down here, because I like to skip the intro because they literally be talking about too much. It shit says I would kill them again. I said, what? I gotta see what y'all talking about. But I don't think I'm ready for this. But then I don't know what their murders are. I don't know. This is just crazy. But let's get into it, man.
I would kill them again.
That's crazy.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thomas Ogden was a beautiful person, and he was my friend, and what happened was an accident, and I would give anything to have him back.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if wait.
Forrest, and I accidentally shot and killed my best friend when I was...
Oh, it's that type of video. It's that type of video. Okay, I thought the intro was gonna tell how their murderers were. So okay, he says he regrets it, and it's because he accidentally killed his friend. I mean, what the hell? Of course, you know what I mean?
23 years old.
That's
I felt
tough.
like a shattered person most of my life, and
That's
there are
crazy.
still shards missing. But I just spent the last 5 years writing a very painful memoir. It gave me an opportunity to visit a lot of past trauma. I feel in a strong space to be a support for other survivors and create positivity in the world.
All my killing has been in the time of war, so...
The fuck you mean, all my killing?
I agree with what I've done. Would I do it again? I would, because if I didn't...
Okay, he's a soldier or some shit?
kill that individual, they would have killed me or somebody else. I was a sniper, so I'm looking after a
Okay,
platoon
he's
of
a
20,
soldier.
30 guys.
I'm learning all their stories so I can say on what they, you
Sometimes
feel
as
me?
small as 6 guys. But I don't strongly agree with it because of the after effects, like what it did to me mentally. You know, I was the first person I killed, I was 18, and I didn't stop until I was almost 25. So I don't regret any
Maybe
of
if
it.
niggas wouldn't try to have a war every other week, niggas wouldn't have to, you know what I mean? Niggas could just, this world's
I don't
already
have
done.
any bad feelings towards those individuals that I did kill. They were just protecting their homeland just as much as I would too. So I would do it again to save my life or somebody else's life.
I work in healthcare. What I do is I manage life support. So I'm the guy that pulls the plug on just about everybody. So I come from a very different perspective. I have to do that for babies all the way to like people at the end of their lives. I've been doing this for like over a dozen years.
Why they putting him on here like he a murderer? That nigga not no murderer for real. Killer. He ain't a killer. He not killing niggas for real, for real. Why y'all trying to do my nigga like that? That's tough though.
Okay, I've come to terms with what the job is. Yeah.
Okay.
The crime and how it happened, it was not, I didn't go out to kill this person. And now understanding the impact that the crime had, not only on me, but the family of that person. That was a human being that I killed over some drugs, right? And his children, his family is being...
Okay, so now we got an imposter, one of those, you know, that's what I'm here to scope out. If their kills were, had to pull a plug. That's not a kill. I'm in the army, like that's not like, you know what I mean? But you talking about over drugs, that's like, okay, what you mean by that? And he, you know, his shit was accidental when he shot his homeboy, but you talking about over a drug, like what you mean by that? Like,
Living still in the absence of this person. It was December the 24th, Christmas Eve night. Remember me and a couple of my friends were hanging out. This particular car came up, and the passenger in the car said, hey, I want to buy some drugs from you. So I told one of my friends, I'm like, he's known to be this person that will come through the community and ask for $100 worth of drugs, but he never has the money. And the guy did exactly what I said. He knocked the drugs out of my friend's hand, grabbed his arm, and started speeding off. And my reaction at that time was
so a nigga pulled up for no reason. He grabbed his arm. What was the reason?
pulled out the gun and I started shooting into the car to get him to release my friend. And days later, we heard that the bullet that I shot into the car actually killed him. To that day, I will never forget December the 24th, when that happened, the day before Christmas.
I mean, in all actuality, bro, you shot. I mean, you just, yeah, you did. I mean, what, bro? I'm trying to figure. The nigga grabbed his friend hand and dragged this nigga through. Come on, man. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Your friend couldn't have got out of that.
How much grip did my nigga have to grab his hand and he can't let go? He can't get him off? What? He slapped his. What kind of anime shit? I don't know. His story sound like some anime shit. I'm not trying to be like that, but he slapped the drugs, grabbed his hand, drove. Like, come on. What kind of Jackie Chan shit do you know, bro? Really? Your friend couldn't have just the fuck and he speed off? I don't know. But you shooting the car? I mean, it wasn't wrong. I guess. I don't know.
100% do what I had to do over again because the guy was a serial perpetrator. He was after so many women. If he killed me, he would have went after my mom, all my family, my nieces, my nephews, every one of us, until he literally got what he wanted. I'm Tara Newell. I killed my attacker, Dirty John Meehan, in self-defense.
Damn, she happy about it, one, and she giving out everything. I killed my, you know what I mean? She said the name, the date.
I think it was really interesting.
What do you mean attacker though? What?
There was one person here
who
had
attacker,
experienced
like
prison reform, because to me, my attacker would have been in there if I hadn't killed him in self-defense. And it's really interesting to hear about how there are people in there who are able to rehabilitate.
I immediately.
Okay, I'm not mad at these. Okay, let me say this. I'm gonna go one by one. Hers, I'm not mad at her kill. You know what I mean? Nigga try to rob. If a nigga try to do something to you, the kill is 100% okay. Like, cause you didn't care about what was gonna happen. You didn't care about what you're doing. You died. That, you know what I mean? Like, don't try to. If you try to kill me, bro, I don't care for your life. Cause you try to kill me. Now, you know what I mean? Now that's kill or be killed. You feel me? The nigga soldier, you know, you're a soldier. That's literally you sign up to kill. The white dude, obviously it wasn't right, and obviously you're stupid. It's obviously all of that guilt. Yes, you shouldn't. You know what I mean? It's all on you because if you did it accidentally or not. Unless it was literally like accidental, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't think of the accident, but you know what I mean? But it feels like you playing around and you know you playing around a fucking gun. You feel me? I can't cover you up on that one. But accidental, depending on how accidental it means. The black dude, I guess you shot a nigga who tried to rob you. You know what I mean? You try to skirt off and do some crazy shit. I shot you. It just happened. You feel me?
Regretted it.
And then him, you know, you're doing what you have to do, I guess. I think. Don't people say pull the plug, I guess?
2, 1, go.
Okay, I know he gonna keep going to this. He think he just a bad boy killer. I could just tell. I'm not trying to say it like that, but he act like he a bad boy killer. Like, imagine not regretting killing someone. Never mind, I wouldn't regret it. If a nigga, like, she shouldn't regret it. Nigga try to kill me, I don't regret it. You try to kill me, you're dead. But he just think he a bad boy.
Why do I strongly disagree?
Yeah.
Like I said, I was a young kid. I was 18. The first guy I killed was with the 50 cal like machine gun. I was expecting it to be like the movies where you have this like feeling of when you kill someone, and it wasn't there. I didn't really feel anything. It wasn't until like that night
bad boy, man.
I had this weird dream. The guy who I shot became a ceiling fan in my room. His arms and legs were the blades. His head was the center of the fan, and I watched him spin faster and faster until he tore apart and covered me in what he used to be, what was left of him.
Really?
But no, I didn't feel anything. There was nothing like
these niggas thinking they in some animes, bro. Real shit.
I knew
not
that was
anime.
the beginning of something that I was probably gonna have to do for a while. No attachment at the time.
You could still regret it, bro.
Feeling that, I mean, identify with that because my first couple years inside of prison, I detached from it completely. When people would mention his name, I would like, don't see him as a human being. And that was very insensitive when I look back at it now, right? But I look and say that was a way of me coping with the situation at that time.
I did immediately regret it in a sense where I called my mom and I apologized to her and I said, I'm so sorry, I think I killed your husband. So there was that, but then there was also the sense of
I don't know what her situation. She's talking about her. So it's her mom's husband. Was he abusive and you're talking about he was going to kill y'all by being abusive, or was the nigga on a rampage trying to actually kill you? I don't know what she means.
Oh my gosh, I don't have to keep looking over my shoulders anymore. I don't have to live in this fear that he's gonna actually come after me because it already happened.
He was trying to kill you?
Sometimes
Oh, blast his
family members
ass.
don't agree with the decision, and that decision is sometimes taken away from them. Being called every name in the book as I'm walking in there, but they just don't agree, and then I'm like, I just have to go do this now, you know? But it doesn't feel good, or like I'm not necessarily agreeing with it. So I'm like, I disagree. Yeah.
The level of heartbreak that I felt
He hurt.
immediately after
He's fucking
that
hurt.
gunshot was indescribable.
That nigga is hurt.
And I don't know if any of you have saw Red.
Take that nigga off the
before.
scene.
I actually saw Red. And it was the most horrific thing I've ever seen, experienced.
It happens. Niggas play with guns around people
in
too
my
much.
life. I got
it
charged
happens.
with first-degree murder that night, and I was looking at doing 35 to life here in California. I couldn't even process that. There was just so much a combination of horror and grief immediately.
People got to stop doing shit when they not ready for it.
I am
to come with it.
desensitized to death.
We already know he's going to walk over to the, bro, I don't care about death. I can kill someone and play and draw on their blood. Like, we know what you are.
1,
Watch, just watch.
go.
Somewhat agree. Why is that?
Yeah. Why is
I do a lot of volunteer work, and the amount of people who are dying from drug overdoses and suicides right now in the arena of trauma, it's becoming difficult for me to feel anything anymore with the amount of people that we're losing that we don't have to.
For me, it was almost like playing God, you know? I determined the time, place, when I'm going to take that person off this planet. And it put things into perspective for me, too, that I could be going at any certain time. Like when you have to pull it, you know, you don't know when that card is going to be pulled. So I've learned to value it more and know that it's very fragile, very frail. And to not
think he
feel anything
Goku,
towards
bro.
killing someone would probably be more
I
devastating.
respect you. You know what I mean? Well, I don't respect you, but I respect what it's coming from. You're a soldier. You got to do it. But that don't mean you acting like you just like Goku. I'm dead ass, bro. I didn't even want to come out. You acting like you just like Hitman or something, bro. I get it. You did it a lot. You have to. You're protecting your army. But stop acting like it's just cool and smooth to do, bro. You could still feel bad because you're killing niggas. Like, what? How do you not feel bad? Like, but okay, it's cool. Keep
To
serving.
me than actually taking the life. It's not feeling.
Hold on, I need to clarify something.
Yeah.
I just want to be very clear that being desensitized in no way means that I don't value life.
Oh, yeah.
It's just difficult to
Manage to
feel the mourning over and
more
over again.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I agree with you. Like there will be certain stories that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. But if someone just tells me like, oh, that person died of a heart attack, I'm just like, oh, okay. Like it just like there's no traumatic incident with that. So I'm like, my brain just disassociates, and it's like, okay, oh, they died naturally. So.
And from
Shit
where I
not
come
natural?
from,
What the hell are you
like,
talking
I
about?
get to know a lot of these people. If I don't get to know them, I get to know their family members like very intimately. It's not immediate, like, oh, they're coming in and they're gonna go. No, it's like weeks, months. I've had somebody like their 5-year-old son, and he was in the room, and I'm like, I gotta take your mom away now. And it's like after that, I'm like, oh my god, I'll go call my mom or I'll go call my dad. It's like it's really heavy, but I feel like you said, like a sense of maximization of like. I don't know when my number is going to be called, because even if I'm working in the emergency room, we've worked on somebody for 2 hours and they're like, we really can't do anything anymore. And I'm like, just like that, gone. I remember this one patient, it was very much like nobody was there. They just found him on the street. He didn't even have a wallet. He was clinically dead brain-wise, so we couldn't really do anything anymore. Me, the nurse, and the doctor just stayed in that room until his heart rate left, because we didn't want to see him leave by himself. That was one of the most, sobering moments too. It's like, as much as it was nice for us to do that, I just don't want strangers around me, seeing me off.
think for me as a teenager, selling drugs, just hanging in the streets, just living a lifestyle that I didn't care if I killed someone. I was very desensitized. I didn't care. I didn't feel no remorse for it. And this was part of my own personal development. I needed to find a way to attach to that. So I started doing this hospice training inside of one of their prisons. And by listening to these individuals tell their story and the regrets that they were living with in their process of transitioning, it gave me a sense of a value of life now, you know, and it shifted my mindset as this teenager who was very callous towards life at that time.
I've taken care of people, they're being on life support. They'll hang on for like a very long time till one specific person sometimes just visits them. And then I'm like, I can't explain that. I could take them off and their heart rate will keep going and going and going.
One of the guys I was working with in the prison, he wanted to see his sister. So this dude held on until like his sister walked into the room and he was like not consciously, but like she spoke to him and she started like talking to him and you started seeing him move. And then as soon as she was like, I'm leaving. And like within minutes, this guy like transitioned.
Yeah, with my situation, I made him brain dead. And so he was in the hospital.
Damn.
And then when they pulled the plug on him, my mom literally had to tell him it's okay to go now. And then he left.
Wow.
There's some weird things about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're more than just our brain, right?
We're spirits.
Bro, I don't understand her story, bro. This nigga try to kill you. Why is your mom cool with him, bro? You talking about this nigga trying to kill you. You got to look over your shoulder and your mama talking about it's okay to go. And, bro, put that nigga fully away. The nigga trying to kill you. Like, I don't know what the story is, but, bro,
Just
what?
living in flesh, man.
We cool with the nigga still?
I am also a victim. 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't care about this section. I have profited from murder.
I feel weird.
I have profited from the murder.
Oh, from the
3, 2, 1, go.
Make you feel bad about this.
think he hard as fuck.
That word's kind of
Strong, yeah.
Blood money.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, ah.
Why don't you like that word? I don't like it
All right,
either.
I don't think it applies universally,
Yeah.
right? Homicide is a universal term. As far as profiting from any part of my story, no. I've spent the last 5 years struggling to write and publish a book, and I've spent about 80 G's on it and made about 4,000. And that's not why I did it. I did it because I want to help people, but I don't think that it's very common for people to profit off of recovery from stuff, right? Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
I guess I'll go over here then. My attacker, my show got made into a podcast called Dirty John, and then it got made into a documentary, a TV show on Bravo, and now on Netflix. And so I felt like I've been exploited in a sense because I did not make anything off of the podcast. Although people think I profited off my story, I did not.
But also, and you get paid to take his life.
No, not at all.
Okay, so if you profited off of anything, if I profit off of anything, it's my hard work afterwards.
Yeah.
It's my hard work to share and be of service. So, no, you didn't. People hate profit. Sometimes they just hate you just because you made money.
Yeah.
For me as a speaker and a trainer, I struggled with that for a long time, right? You know, I committed this crime, and yes, I did all of the work that I have done to become the man that I am today. But then I don't sleep at night, right, knowing that I've made this bag of money or whatever. Any money I get, I want to be able to live comfortable. It's not about getting something in luxury. How could I help some young person?
Stop.
So we do the nonprofit work. But my 5-year goal now, a 10-year goal, is to whatever profit I make is to create a foundation in honor of Gary. Going back to that promise I made to him almost 30 years ago inside of a prison cell.
It initially started as me writing a journal. My dad suggested I did that. I was going through a hard time, self-medicating and contemplating some bad decisions. Started off as that, and it got picked up by a major book publishing company, and it went on to become essentially like an autobiography of that time in. After accomplishing that, I went on to what I do currently, which is write you know, novels and stuff like that. Not based on my life, because I did feel a certain way about it, of profiting from killing, you know. I get what you're saying too. All the work that you put in there after, that's on you, you know. But I also see it as, well, I killed all these guys and I wrote a book about it and profited from it.
Were you an E4, E5?
E5, yeah.
That's all the money you made off it.
Right?
Once again, complex issue that gets lumped together. If somebody has money, they must be doing something for profit.
Yeah.
And I think where an answer is, I mean, do we follow purpose or do we follow the money? It's going to go away when I die. It's not going to
Yeah.
matter. What's going to matter when I die is what I did. Am I proud of myself for
Yeah.
the things that I did?
I often see money more of like as an amplifier for what people can do, what reach they can do.
Yeah, what you can make impact on now, like
Yeah.
knowing like when I go speak to young people.
These
today
niggas talking about
gun
getting the
violence
bag
and
off
about
killing,
my
man.
story.
This road
The
is-
only way they can get out of a situation is if I have money.
He over here sitting here best
Right, 'cause
dressed
I
with
can
a watch
create
and all
a
kinds of
safe
shit.
space
Talking
for them
about,
to go after
oh,
school.
I didn't
So
make
I have to
anything.
make some money to be able to do that. You know what I mean? But I don't want to make a bunch of money and I'm living here and then I walk into the community and say, hey, young kids, put the guns down. Prison, say no to prison. And then I drive away in this nice car and forget about them, right? So that's where I'm at. Like, purpose for me is about how do I
Right.
make impact in the lives
Sound
of the
good.
people that I serve.
Taking a life was part of God's plan for me.
I'm gonna watch a little bit of this
3,
one and I'm done. Cause
1,
this shit long as a
go.
bitch. You think he John Wick?
I'm unclear with that one. That's why I'm like this.
You're on the other side.
Yeah, I wouldn't be who I am today, to be able to have the experience that I've had and become who I've become without taking a life. I learned my lesson after all the killing. You know, my last deployment dropped over 30 guys, 33 people, and who knows how many before that.
Hey man, if y'all liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, take everything down below. This is a good video, you know, hearing what they gotta talk about. It's a crazy video at the same time. I really don't know what to say, really, honestly. But next time I'm out. Peace.